Happy Devils Friday. This is the Woo Report. The Woo Report. I'm your host, Sam Woo, here with special guest, Vinnie, Parise of pucksandpitchforks.com and Game Day Live. Coming to you live from an undisclosed location where I'm playing hooky right now to do this podcast because the Stadium Series jerseys have been revealed. We want your rapid reactions. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch, and Instagram Live on the Let's Go Devils Network. Oh, baby. It looks pretty sweet. We want everybody's reactions on social media right now because the big wait, the big reveal, it's been all hyped up, especially when Shorts Guy and Beer Baron have been whining for the last 2 months about the jersey. We'll get into that a little bit a second later, but I will tell you this, that on February 17th, we're going to have our big outdoor tailgate. The podcast will be podcasting outside MetLife Stadium. And go to joinourcrew.com for more information, as on February 17th, the outdoor game between the Devils and the Philadelphia Flyers, Vinnie. That's going to be a wonderful event, but go to joinourcrew.com to sign up because we've teamed up with American Whiskey on this. And also, I wonder if we teamed up with the NHL on this jersey because it certainly looks like And Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time, our beer.
Absolutely, Sam. The beer looks like the jersey. I mean, it's just a vibrant, bright red. And when you look at the jersey, you see the shoulders are basically the exact same. They cut off at the end of the shoulder, before you get to your arm, kind of like the new Adidas jerseys that the Devils have. The other ones kind of came down a little further past the shoulder, but these ones cut off right at the shoulder. The numbers are nice and big on the side. You'll pretty much be able to see who has the puck no matter what, as long as, you have seats where, every seat should be able to see some way, shape, or form because these numbers are ginormous. The crest, the jersey logo on the crest, it's missing the circle, so it's not their actual normal logo on the crest. It's just a complete blacked out logo too, which is a tad bit different. There's no outline. There's nothing. It's the black logo on a red jersey. I like the stripes. The numbers on the side. Backhanded Devil did a mock where the numbers were on the shoulders instead of the sleeves. I think I might have preferred that, but I like these too. Just the way they did the stripes. It's a simple jersey that pops. You don't really get too many simple jerseys that pop at you, and this one kind of does. I'll be honest, when I first saw it, I kind of hated it. When the NHL dropped that video that showed all four of them, I was like, are the Flyers the only team that nailed it? And now I'm looking at all of them, I'm like, the Islanders might be the only team that didn't nail it. So they did a good job with these. I don't hate them. And the fan base is actually like positively reacting to them too, which is just absolutely banana lands when the whole fan base agrees on a positive side of things. But it is what it is. The jersey's cool. I wish it didn't take 7 months to reveal it. I would have liked to have had one under the Christmas tree, but it is what it is.
Yeah, my initial reaction, and I'll go to full screen again on it. I think they got it right. The only thing is I would have made the logo red and actually go completely opposite, where it's primarily black, and make the logo and the stripes red, to that effect. That's what I would have done. But I think a lot of it may have had, because of the jersey, and because that's the alternate jersey, it's black. Maybe the Devils didn't want to go there with that. Either way, the jerseys, I think they nailed it. the NHL. But for us, I mean, for those that hate the jersey like myself and a few others, or a lot of others, this totally redeems myself with having alternate jerseys and different jerseys because it looks sweet, Vinny. It looks really sweet. It's simple, yet different, yet it has it's practical because you want to read the numbers from in the 300 section at MetLife Stadium.
Absolutely. It has the Devils' colors, like their current colors. I have heard reports that they wrestled with the idea of using black or green, and they ultimately chose to go with black. That's probably a good move because I do think sometimes when the Devils play in these special events, they just revert to making the exact same green and red jerseys that we've always seen. Like all these teams got these cool jerseys 10 years ago when the Devils last played in the Stadium Series. Try not to remind myself that was 10 years ago, but it was almost to the day. And every other team got cool jerseys. The Islanders and Rangers had sick jerseys. They were chrome. The chrome jerseys. The Blackhawks and the Penguins had these chrome. The Hawks had these wild black jerseys, and the Penguins had these white jerseys with the chrome Penguin logo. And then the Devils just wore like their alternates that they wear every St. Patrick's Day. It was just like it was tough. I didn't like that, and they didn't do that this time around. So I'm thankful for that. It's not like any other Devils jersey we've ever seen. We haven't seen much. They were the second to last team in NHL history to ever reveal an alternate. So, it's not like we're used to always getting these crazy jersey reveals as Devils fans. But, this one, it's going to bounce nicely off the Flyers white jersey. I do like the Flyers jerseys too. It's going to be a good jersey matchup
it has
outdoors.
A number? Is that numbers on the shoulder pad? On the shoulders?
For Philly? Yeah, Philly has them on the shoulders. Yeah,
that's
Philly has
cool.
them on the shoulders. It is cool, and I like the way the back of their jersey looks. I know you can't see it in this image, but I honestly think all four teams nailed the back of the jersey. It just looks clean. And then the front, the Flyers are the only team that went with their traditional logo on the front, which that's a unique take on it. The other three teams did something different that we haven't seen before. The Islanders is just kind of plain. But like the Devils and Rangers, I really like the logo that they came up with for those. I mean, we hate the Rangers, but we can identify good laundry, and that's good laundry over there. I'm kind of a fan of the whole thing. I like the kind of big, unique logo on clean but clean but popping jersey. That's kind of how I would describe it.
Well, Lou Lamoriello runs like the last Stadium Series. The Devils participated. The only outdoor game the Devils participated in. Lou Lamoriello runs everything, right? Everything goes through Lou. So you got to think with this jersey that the Islanders have here. It's big aisles. And I think that's probably a reflection of why it's so plain and simple because of Lou. But secondly, the guy's 81 years old, I think. And maybe he has a hard time seeing those letters, and he, wanted to make the font a lot bigger. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I'm fine with the Islanders jersey. It's plain and simple, but maybe it's a little too bland for some. The Rangers jersey, the NYR, has some colors there. It's got, it identifies as a losing franchise. It's popping to me that you can only win one cup every 80 years.
Absolutely. It's definitely, I get like loser vibes from just like that color scheme in non-international competition. We cheer for the red, white, and blue in the Olympics and the World Juniors. But in the NHL and the MLB, I'm vehemently against red, white, and blue teams. I like the 3D style of the NYR and then the numbers on the back. The red in the front and the blue on the back and the 3D look. I do think it's cool. I'm sure there are going to be tons of Rangers fans wearing those around town. But Sam, you want to know what my favorite part about all four jerseys are?
What's that?
All four jerseys say New Jersey on them. End of story.
So you're saying that The Rangers jersey has New Jersey on it.
It does. All 4 of them do.
Wow.
Because they all have the patch, the
Patch.
Stadium Series patch,
Yeah.
and it says New Jersey on it. Wonderful, wonderful. Eat it, New York and Philly.
So, do you know anything about sales? When this is going on sale? Where to find it? I'm assuming NHL.com. Is it a limited quantity? I'm assuming that's true.
Fans can get it on NHL.com, Fanatics, and all team stores starting on February 5th.
Oh, okay. Interesting date. February 5th is a. I just love all the strategic PR timing of all of this stuff.
Yep.
Just stop it with it, please.
Anyway. And like, how would someone going online to buy a jersey or like running to the store to buy a jersey take away from them reacting to anything else that might be happening that day?
Yeah.
That's the thing I find funny. Or like when we found out about Utah simultaneously.
Yeah.
I was like, what, you think I can't learn about Utah NHL expansion and other things going on at the same time? My mind can only comprehend one story at one time. I never really understood the Friday news dump. I'm like, I comprehend news on Friday just as well as I do on Monday. There's no difference.
If this was like 25 years ago, how the news cycle works a little differently than a lot differently than today's news cycle, I can understand that.
But everything's instant on your phone now.
Like, don't they realize I could be watching the press conference on February 5th while waiting in line at the NHL store in New York?
Your phone's capable of doing all that?
Of course.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, Sam, are you from the future?
Well, look, you know what? As the press conference going on, we could be doing our own Facebook Live as well. I don't know. It's just, I think it's all stupid. It's obvious. I just don't like the fact that the PR people play this game. Like, as if we are stupid. You know what I mean? We all know that it's in the police hands. It's everything is a legal process. It makes no difference whether you do it, play these games or not. And I just rather like, it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. When you just said February 5th, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. On the same day, was this strategically coordinated? Yep. I hope
probably
not. I hope it's not, but it probably is. But, well, I didn't come on to this podcast to talk about that kind of stuff, but now that just irritates me, that it came up. And, but you know what? You can order these jerseys. I'm excited for the MetLife Stadium game, for obvious reasons, because we got our big tailgate there, Vinny. From here to the game, I'm going to be talking about stories about the Meadowlands because Shorts Guy and I were even talking some more stories last night about the Meadowlands. The stuff we used to do. The stuff that we think about, you don't do these days. It was a different world when we were at the Meadowlands, but it just seems like it was just yesterday we just left the Meadowlands. And I'm going to be pulling out old footages of, what we used to do at Continental Airlines Arena at the time. And what's funny about it, Vinny, is I had a friend that had one of the first camera phones, and I thought it was kind of like a gimmicky kind of thing. Oh, okay, that's nice. Back then I had a StarTAC, a Motorola StarTAC tri-mode phone, which was like, whoa. And it did have text message capabilities, with it wasn't an alphanumeric, it was just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that kind of texting, if you remember. But he had one of the first camera phones, and he was actually inside with it. Game 7 of 2003 Stanley Cup Finals, and actually recorded the fans inside the arena. So I'm going to have to find that footage, and I want to post it, of memories of the Meadowlands. This is where the Devils started. And, we talk about the cattle bridge from, Giant Stadium at the time to Brendan Byrne or Continental Airlines Arena, going back and forth. That bridge, Vinny, and I'll show you. Right now it's concrete, reinforced, rebarred, steel, all that. Back in those days, Vinny, it was made of wood. Literally made of wood.
Wow.
And it was like
That's crazy.
It was like one of those 20-year-old decks that you could see down. And when you look down, it was basically a highway under you, cars coming down, and the wood is not very stable. That's what we used to walk on to get to the Devils game if you parked in the Giant Stadium side. So, a lot of memories are coming about. And also back in those days, and I'm hoping it's different, but back in those days, the security didn't really treat Devils fans very well either. It was like going to a battle every night with security for stupid things. Like you can't bring in a sign or I think towards the end there, I believe they didn't allow, you weren't supposed to bring like any kind of food in or something like that. And I remember seeing a security guy asking the mom to take a lollipop out of a kid's mouth, like that kind of stuff. Like it was really, and then I had a friend that asked for a bobblehead, and it was only for 13 or under, but he wanted to get it for his nephew. He actually got tackled for asking 3 times if he could have one, like that kind of stuff. And I also had a friend that never seen a hockey game before, and worked for the United Nations on the human rights stuff. And when she saw what was going on at the Meadowlands, she's like, "You've got to be kidding me." Anyway, those are my stories. I'm sticking with it. But yeah, back in those days. Awesome. Back in those days. So, I it's bringing back like traumatic memories, Oh, and if anybody remember when John Madden had a hat trick, I think it was John Madden, that when we were throwing our hats on the ice, security didn't know anything about hockey, but started taking in people down to the basement and writing them up for throwing stuff on the ice, not realizing it was a tradition. But that was the old Meadowlands.
That's funny. Well, I'm happy that all these stories are starting to pop up. I'm excited to hear a lot of them over the next couple of weeks. People are going to be needing to tune into the Woo Reports and to Game Day Live and Devils After Dark and State of the Fan Address, the Sunday show. I mean, there's lots of places they could come to hear these stories over the next couple of weeks. It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah. I'm seeing some of the reaction here on YouTube Live. I'm seeing that Ted's like the NHL marketing are a bunch of corporate tools responding to dubs. I don't know where this conversation is going, but let's see. Ted says the NHL should have released these Stadium Series jerseys, should have been released around Thanksgiving weekend. So I'm kind of like, what was the point of that? What was the point? Like, are they going to make more money this way? Or do they want to build up the hype towards the game to sell tickets? I don't know.
I heard a good argument. People believe that if they would have put them on sale before Christmas, they would have spent their money on those, which sounds nice, right? But there's an argument to be made that if they're not revealed before Christmas, you're still going to go to NHL.com because you're such a big fan and you're going to buy other things and, maybe just a plain jersey or the jersey. And then when these are revealed in January/February, you'll buy this when you probably wouldn't have bought that extra thing had they been revealed before Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is. I don't know if there's an exact science to the marketing with all that or the business side of it, but I mean, the theory makes sense. I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I don't believe it. I just know the jersey's revealed and we have it now.
If they were smart, and I'm just spitballing this, here, but if they were smart, they would have offered early access to buy the jersey the outdoor game if you bought $500 worth of stuff on NHL.com. Then you kill two birds with one stone there.
Yep.
And then the ones that did spend all the money, you're like, oh, when are we going to get it? And you can get it on February 5th.
Yep.
Something like that.
That's true.
They could have just done something like that. Money talks. I mean, that's the NHL is here to make money. We have to respect that because you make money, you keep the league solvent, everyone's making money, the fans are happy with the product. We love hockey. That's the way it goes. So, but honestly, I think all four jerseys, I think they nailed all four jerseys just based on, what we talked about. The Isles, I see your opinion there, but I could see, well, you know what, for a Lou Lamoriello team, looks pretty snazzy.
Yeah, and I'm writing a review for all of them or ranking them. I put the Isles last, but I'm also stating the things I like about the jersey too. I don't hate it. None of them are ugly, where I look at them and I'm like, those stink. Like Washington has revealed a couple nasty ones. I didn't love Carolina's last year. For the Stadium Series, I really kind of hated Vegas's this year for the Winter Classic. I liked Seattle's. I was a big fan of Seattle's, but these ones, all of them, the Islanders is probably my least favorite of the four, and I would rank it in the sixes. It's not terrible. I would wear it. It's not something I'd be embarrassed to wear by any means, but the other three pop a little more for me.
All right, I got to do something right now that I haven't done in a long time since Steve Engel and Cornhole. I got to put a YouTube user in timeout because now he's really trolling, and I don't like that stuff. All right, we're talking about the jersey reveal. And all he's trolling right now is that case up in Canada, and I'm just sick of it. So let me
get out of here with that.
Yeah,
Fire Fitzy, Trey
SST. Timo, your time is done. This is not. We love healthy debate. We love different points of view. We're not even talking about this subject. All you're doing is flame baiting. So you know what? You're gone. I'll be nice to you. Get out of here. I'll be nice to you and put you in a timeout. And if you do this stuff again,
you're nicer than me.
I know. I'm giving you 24 hours timeout. And I'm sick of this. I've been watching over it. People have been complaining about SST, and SST, you're in timeout. That's your warning. That's your what we call a slap on the wrist. You'll still be able to watch Game Day Live tomorrow before the Devils take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. You'll still be able to watch Devils After Dark after the Devils beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. But for now, you're in timeout. You're not going to be able to watch and participate in this podcast because we want to have debates. We want to have different points of view. But when you spam our chat, you're kind of like, you're the type of person that why we don't have nice things, right? So I just wanted to get that out there.
You're way nicer than me. I'm very, very against that, and he's definitely. I'd be stunned if he didn't see his 24-hour ban lifted and come back and say the same stuff. Then he gets a lifetime ban, right?
Oh yeah, no. At that, Vinny, I've done this twice. I believe I did it to Steve Engel once, but I guess Cornhole, and I met Cornhole after I gave him a timeout. He appreciated it because then he settled down. And I'm hoping that happens here, but I'm giving a 1% chance that he'll be banned by prediction time on Game Day Live. But he's going to be on a short leash. I'm pretty. I'm firm but fair. I like swift justice, but at the same time, I understand people are human. They do stupid things. It's what you do afterwards. That's how I judge you on. Is that fair? I think that's fair.
Yeah, no, I think it's fair. it's definitely one of those things that's like minimal tolerance. Like, we don't want to hear any of that. That is
Yeah.
just a complete joke. Like,
Dubs is
get out of
like
here with that.
Dubs is like in the YouTube live says, "Thank you, Sam. He'll be back at Game Day Live." So but yeah, you have to call people out because honestly, Sam spanking the troll like the boys will spank a filly, says Ezzy Tomba. Yeah, people that know me, people think I'm a goof because I am a goof, but I'm actually I have no tolerance for shenanigans. I may be a shenanigator, but when this kind of shenanigans
Not with that kind of stuff.
yeah, it's like whatever. Ted says Brian Jennings is the executive VP marketing at NHL. I will try to get an answer about this ridiculous late release date on the jerseys. Thank you, Ted, for doing the people's work. Find out why. Let us know. Let us know their response, on it. But again, the jerseys are out. The reveal February 5th. You get to buy them. And if you're going to buy a jersey, which player would you want on that jersey?
So I have Jack Hughes from last year's Reverse Retro, and I have a Nico Hischier plain red. I think I would get Luke Hughes in Stadium Series because I kind of want to buy a Timo Meyer jersey. And I'm not the biggest jersey. I like a black jersey. It would look nice going out, wearing it out. But it's still a Devils product, and anything that is New Jersey Devils, it's like a disease I can't shake. I train myself to like it. So we'll see.
Yeah. These jerseys look pretty evil to me. I don't know why, but I would take a Palat for whatever reason.
Oh, cool.
On this jersey. I know a lot of fans don't like Palat because of his salary cap number, and he keeps on getting hurt. I never hold that against a player that works hard and just gets hurt. That's something that's beyond your control, right? So, but overall, I love these jerseys. I like them a lot. Now it's just a matter of how much. How much are they going to charge for this?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be with a name. It'll probably be close to 300, I would think.
Yeah.
High twos, low threes. And then without a name, it'll probably be like 150, 200.
Yeah, Mrs. Wu doesn't like me getting Palat on there.
Oh.
So I got to think of another.
Why not?
Got to think of another one.
I'm interested in why. Why does Mrs. Wu hate Andre Palat?
I don't know. We shall find out.
Maybe he's just got a dumb face. She hates him.
Now you see that, when someone's responding and you're seeing that on iMessage right now, it's like, oh crap.
The 3 dots.
Yeah, the 3 dots.
The 3 dots of death.
Yeah.
3 dots of death.
It's going like this. Do.
Actually funny.
She doesn't hate, just better players on the team. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, and
okay.
that's a fair statement because if you're going to go all out, but to see if I get a Luke Hughes or a Jack Hughes, that's like Mr. Obvious. Maybe a John Marino would be cool, but this is a different type of jersey, so it's, to me, it's got to be like a badass,
Yeah. If it's my rule for these kinds of jerseys, I really normally, if I'm going to spend $300 on like a jersey or the red jersey or even a white jersey, I'm like, I want a guy who is going to be on the team for a long time, be somebody who even when they're gone, it'll still hit to wear. Like Blackhawks jerseys, Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews, you could wear them forever. You can wear them forever. It doesn't matter no matter what. Devils jerseys, Martin Brodeur, Patrick Elias, Danico, Stevens, Niedermeyer, any of these guys, you can wear those jerseys for the rest of time. But would you want a Ken Danico Stadium Series jersey from 2014, no, you wouldn't even play in that game. My rule for these one-time jerseys are if the player plays in the game, you can get him and you could wear it forever and it will play. There are a lot of Blackhawks fans that walk around Chicago wearing a Marian Hossa '09 Winter Classic jersey, and absolutely none of them know that Marian Hossa was actually on Detroit, the team that beat the Hawks in that game at Wrigley Field. Like that's an illegal
ridiculous.
jersey foul. That's an illegal jersey foul.
It's
in
like
my
you gotta pull the red card there. You're gone. Yep.
Yes. It would be was there a Ranger who was on the Devils later on that played in that Stadium Series game? Actually, I think I do have one. I think John Moore was on the Ranger team that beat the Devils in 14. I could be wrong, but I feel like he was. And then he ended up on the Devils. It just would make no sense. So I think getting a depth player for the Stadium Series is like fair because it's a one-time jersey. As long as they played in the game, it's fair.
Yeah. Some of the comments coming in, some good ones here. Joe Light says, love the jerseys. I will say, though, a cooler font for the numbers would have been the perfect touch. Also, Ramona Rice says she agrees and is saying that they're slick. R. Nunez is saying that he just checked the Flyers website. Their Stadium Series jerseys are going for $259.99.
Wow, cool. That's not bad.
Yeah. I mean,
so if you buy them in person, that's probably the best way to go about it. So you don't have to pay for shipping or maybe some extra taxes or whatever.
The jerseys I love are the game-worn jerseys. And if you can get your hold of that, like if they had some player like Dowling that was on the roster but didn't play, whatever. I mean, I would take.
He took warmies.
Yeah, or something like that. I would definitely go for that. But or I'm trying to think who else. I wouldn't mind Toffoli. Just one of the alternative, not mainstay Devils, but whatever. But yeah, someone in that time period. But good question.
Yeah, he played. He's going to have played in the game.
Alexander Holtz. Forget Palat. Alexander Holtz, because he's number 10, and that was my number throughout
there you go.
Pretty much throughout high school and college and all that, and beer league teams. Number 10. That's it. Alexander Holtz. Mrs. Wu, get that credit card ready. We're getting an Alexander Holtz Stadium Series jersey.
Alexander Holtz does kind of strike me as the kind of guy who would score in that game too.
Oh yeah,
right. Like the young kid probably going to be flying out there in that game. I think. Yeah, I like that. Sam. I'm so stoked. I can't.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be on a one-timer from the point. And it's gonna, and it's just the goaltender would have no time to react. That type of, and the crowd's going wild because we know it's Alexander Holtz because we can read the numbers from the 300 sections where we're going to be sitting at MetLife Stadium. So yeah, I mean, let it be. But yeah, we're up against the clock here, Vinny. Well, just to let you know. We're going to have Game Day Live tomorrow. I think 6 p.m. Eastern. Does that sound about right, Vinny?
Yeah. Yep.
And Devils After Dark. And just a reminder to all those that don't know that sign up to joinourcrew.com. We're bringing our And Crew Brew beer. We're bringing the podcast. We're bringing the big stage. American Whiskey's coming with us. And we're going to have a big, giant tailgate. Want you to be part of it. We're going to have some information real shortly. But in order to stay communications, we sign up, email, put your phone number in, your cell phone number, so we could text you on the day of, because communication is going to be a little bit tricky because we don't really know where we're going to park yet. And on Sunday, we should have a good idea. We'll let you know on the Let's Go Devils podcast Sunday edition But go to joinourcrew.com, sign up, and we'll let you know where we're going to be at because we're going to have special guests. We're going to have Scotty of Sirius XM Liquid Metal. Yes, the same guy with Devils After Dark. He's going to be DJing, playing some real good music. We're going to play the playlist from my iPod from 2006 that Beer Baron always makes fun of because I played Drowning Pool at the bar. And he's laughing at my playlist. I'm like, what's wrong with Drowning Pool? Let the bodies hit the flow. You know, it's like, what's wrong with that song, Beer Baron? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's a dad now. He thought it was inappropriate. I have no idea. And Frank the Tank. We're gonna have like meatball subs. We're gonna call them the Marinos because Paul Marino will be there too. He'll be throwing footballs to fans who want a football call at the tailgate, and also he'll have pocket cookies, warm chocolate chip oatmeal raisin cookies coming from his pocket, and he'll be distributing that.
Yummy.
Yeah. Yep. So joinourcrew.com, scan the QR code, and we'll have more information, forthcoming. All right, so I'm going to hit the music, Vinny. Thank you for taking the time out, Vin.
Of course.
Podcast. Because I'm playing hooky right now, and it's like Murphy's Law. As soon as I play hooky, I have literally 6 voicemails, and the entire morning I didn't have any voicemails.
That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
And people are wondering where I'm at. And I'm like, I told you I'm taking a long lunch right now. Anyway, thank you to everybody for tuning in. Again, remember, joinourcrew.com. The jerseys look like Ant Crew Brew, the color. I think somebody has been doing their marketing research, and they're doing it very well. They know it's a great beer. They know it's a great color. A red light lager. A red Stadium Series jersey. Thank you. Till next time, this is the Woo Report. Let's go Devils.